Hello and welcome to Gierok Farms. It's a cold yet beautiful morning here on the dairy farm. My dad and my brother got milking started here. They got everything fed up and taken care of. I'm gonna help out with milking here. And then we got a bunch of other chores to take care of yet this morning. We got to move a bunch of feed calves, get the barn all cleaned up once we're done with milking. So it's just gonna be a daily chores type video. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get to work. All right, so they're about half done with milking. I got some odd jobs I can do. We got our bunk here in the back of our barnyard filled with some of those big square alfalfa bales. I can knock some of that hay down, make sure it's feeding down real nice, especially now it's so cold. You know, we'd hate for some of that to hang up and freeze up in there. So poke some of that down. And then once we switch these cows around and get them in the barn, then we'll let the other ones into the rest of the barnyard. And I can clean out some of that bedding pack. Hopefully it breaks loose. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world, but we'll try to clean up some of that. So they got a nice new fresh layer there. And we'll load that right onto the manure spreader and clean out the gutter chain in the barn. The dairy cows have really been enjoying this alfalfa hay. Even on these colder days out here in the sun, it's hard to get them to want to come back in, especially with all this good feed out here. Man, that's some really fine hay. I'm guessing another day here we'll have to grab another bale to replenish the feeder. Sometimes we'll stick 2 bales in there, but it doesn't seem to feed down as nice. It bridges up so bad in there. So it tends to be easier just to throw one in there and just load it more often. Now that we got the cows switched over, I'm gonna open this gate to the back of the barnyard here, so them cows are incentivized to go eat out of that main hay feeder wagon we got. That way, when I bring the skid steer in here, then they got a place to go. They don't have to hang out in this main barnyard lot. Look who just woke up. Prescott, did you have a late night last night? Yeah. Oh, big stretch. Alright, we gotta grab the manure bucket and then we'll head up there and try and chip away at some of that bedding pack. Do you just sleep all day? Do you ever sleep at night? or only during the day? Huh? Huh? What's your deal? What's your deal? Napping all day. Hmm? Hmm? So we got the gutter chained all cleaned out. So we got about half a load of manure on currently. We're gonna put the rest of that bedding pack that we cleaned up on there as well. Mason, he's gonna go haul that load of manure. I got the skid steer put away in the shop for now. My dad and I, we're gonna work here in the barn, get the cows out, bed them up, throw down some hay, clean everything up, get it all ready for them when they come in mid-afternoon. So we got the cows let out of the barn, got the manger swept up. My daddy's scraping the walk right now, getting the manure all cleaned up inside the barn. I'm up here by the hayloft now. We're gonna throw down about 6-8 bales just to kind of keep them entertained throughout the day, because they got plenty of feed outside, plenty of hay. They got that really nice hay, but when they're in the barn, we kind of give them a little snack to munch on throughout the day and keep them full and happy. And then also while we're up here, we're gonna knock down our dry grain, our ground corn, just to keep that all flowing nice. Nothing crazy fancy for grain storage, no crazy hopper or anything. It's just a big wooden bin that all slopes to the center into a nice big chute that we can access from down below by all the cows. I'll just finish in here. Okay. Mason is back from hauling that load of manure. I finished throwing down that hay. He's gonna spread that out in the mangers, and then he's also bedding up the stalls with some of that wheat straw from out west. My dad, he headed down to the trench already with the skid steer, and then I'm gonna go down there as well with the 7405 and the big dump trailer. We're gonna haul a bunch of silage up here. goes in chunks. There's also been a small mold issue that we've been dealing with on this lower corner. I don't know if it's a combination of not using enough inoculant or, you know, treatment. The corn silage we put up was a bit on the wetter side. It could have been a combination of that. Or we're thinking we've had a winter with a lot of warm spells in it. Like we had a week there about a month ago where it was like in the 40s, and that was pretty odd for a typical winter here in Wisconsin. So that might you know, encourage some more bacteria growth and cause some mold right where we had opened up the pile. But now that it's been really cold for a while, we've noticed that kind of went away. So I'm thinking our trouble area is no longer getting exposed to any warm air. It's freezing, so that bacteria, that mold can no longer. So we're happy that issue kind of cleared up and things are looking better. All right, so I just brought that first load up into the yard. I dumped it off in front of the bull barn and then 2 little piles in the calf barn. I'm gonna head back up there while he's filling up the second load and kind of spread some of that feed out in the calf barn so everybody's got a little of it and it's evenly distributed throughout the manger, so then the cattle don't have to push around to get to it. And then once he gets that load filled, he'll come up and kind of do the same thing with the bull barn. With that nice big open face barn, he can get there with the skid steer and move all them piles around a little nicer and spread the feed out. They're all like, what the heck, man, we can't all reach it. Spread that stuff out. It's crazy on these 0 degree, below 0 days, how much the sun makes a difference. If it was cloudy today, I don't think it'd feel as warm. It was super cold this morning before the sun came up, and I don't think it changed more than 5-10 degrees, but it feels 20 degrees warmer just walking around out in the sun. So I'm headed back down to our silage pile here. Gonna grab the 7405. I'm just gonna pull that straight into the shop since it's so cold yet. That way it won't freeze to the box. And we got room in the main heated shop anyways, so might as well throw it in there and keep the feed flowing nice, keep it nice and loose. Like this, we leave the face of the silage pile open. We don't close the tarp. The only way we want to close the tarp is if we knew we had a big storm coming or something, so then we didn't get a bunch of snow mixed in with the feed. But when it's super cold like this, it's not the end of the world if that were to happen. The cold isn't all bad. It helps save some work. We had the heifers and the bull in here, and sometimes they clean up this bunk really nice, and today they must not have been too hungry, so we're gonna scrape it out nice and clean and kind of start fresh, and then we're just gonna take it over to the dry cow and heifer barn anyways, so then they can pick through it when they want to. Just some old hay and silage. It's still good, it's just we like to keep the nicer stuff in front of our dairy cows. Okay, we just stopped for lunch. We had some pork chops. It was pretty nice. Now we're gonna let the cows in. They've been out on recess now for a little over 2 hours. We're gonna get them in the barn here, so when they start to lay down, after they're all filled up on that good hay, they're in a nice stall instead of out in the barnyard. There we go. We got a nice spot made up for our switcher cows that will be staying outside during the day. And I'm gonna go help organize and tie up cows on the inside. Okay, we got all the cows put away and tied up. Thank you all for coming along. Thanks for watching the video. Just a typical day here on the farm doing morning chores. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. And also check out our other videos.